Hey guys, what's up? Today's video is all about drugstore makeup. And yes, we're doing a get ready with me, so let's sit back, relax, do our makeup together. Maybe you're eating breakfast, dinner, who knows? It's gonna be a long video, so you might want to grab a snack or a drink. I got some cold brew coffee. How have you guys been? You have to leave me a comment. These videos get very chatty and very long, so you guys have to tell me, how's your summer going? How are you guys doing? What have you been up to? Have you been like doing any fun plans? Have any concerts coming up? I'm gonna start off with some moisturizer. This is the e.l.f. Daily one, and I got this a while ago. They sent me a couple skincare products, and this one is actually really nice. I like that it comes with a pump, so I'm just gonna let that soak in for a bit before I jump right into foundation. And I'm also going to apply some lip balm. I love to just kind of let my lips get a little bit of hydration as well. My good old Lipsil original lip balm. I find this to be very soothing as well as healing, so whenever I need extra care for my lips, I go for Lipsil. It's one of my favorites. I've used this for years and years, and I just always come back to it. And I get mine at Walmart. A lot of people always ask me, where do you buy this? I get mine at Walmart. Alright, and I do have a new sponge I'm thinking about trying out today. This is from e.l.f. It's their blending sponge, and they have different colors. I got the teal one. I just thought it looked really good. I don't know. Maybe it's horrible. I don't know. And of course, you guys already saw this coming. I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation today. This is in the shade 112 Natural Ivory. Favorite shade. It just matches me perfectly. So with this foundation, you can wear it as light coverage or as full coverage as you would like to. I've used this in all kinds of ways, but my vision for today's makeup look, like the final result that I have in mind, is like everyday glam. Okay, so let's try this baby out. It's actually, it doesn't feel as soft like as my L'Oreal sponge, which I really like. This feels a little bit harder than that, but it's not bad. Like, it's blending everything out pretty nicely. So this is a little bit on the stiff side, probably more than I would like, but it's still getting the job done. Like, it's blending everything out. But I'm not going to use this around my eyes, because for that I have my Real Techniques mini sponge, which is, this thing is the best. Like, I cannot stop talking about these. They are fantastic. You can find them at Ulta. So I'm just going to go in with a little more foundation where I want fuller coverage, but I really like how easy this one is to build up. I love this foundation. It is the best at the drugstore from what I have found. I love the size of the Real Techniques mini sponge because it's perfect for this area for concealer, like under your eyes. It's fantastic. I'm going in here with some Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade 15. It's really nice. It's not too heavy or cakey at all. Again, one of my favorite drugstore products of all time, and I never go without this. Like, I always have this concealer in my collection. It's really nice because the shade is perfect, and it's really hard to find shades that don't turn orange when it comes to concealers at the drugstore. If you're on the paler side, you know what I'm talking about. And this concealer is more of a liquidy texture, so it's very thin. It doesn't feel like you have on a ton of makeup or concealer. And just a little side tip, this concealer works so well just wearing it alone. Some days when I just want to be a little more low-key, I do have a whole video where I use this as my base, so I'll link that down below and you can check out what I'm talking about for yourself, because some days you don't want to go all out, and I get it, and that's what I use this for too. So it works well for a lot of different uses, different makeup looks, you know. Set everything that we just concealed. I'm going to use my Milani Prep Set and Glow Powder. This is in the shade number 2, and I am running dangerously low. I still haven't placed that order. I have the shade number 2 here. They do have a translucent one, but I prefer number 2 because this one has a lot of coverage. This is not your typical mattifying powder. This actually has a bit of shimmer to it, which is why I like it, because my skin is dry and I don't always want to be super matte all the time. I prefer satin finishes, to be honest, when it comes to blush, powder, everything like that. When it comes to powder products, I really gravitate towards stuff like this because it just works well with my skin texture, and the fact that it has a little bit of added coverage is just excellent. I really like it. And I'm just taking this Real Techniques brush. I like the shape of this one for my under eye area, and I just kind of get up in there and set that concealer. So see how everything is set. It's not as shiny anymore. Can you see the difference? So it does set. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I love the packaging, really nice. And I got this last month, so it's pretty new. I think it just hit the drugstores like right around June. Pretty lightweight feeling. It doesn't, once again, I don't really like heavy feeling makeup, especially when it's hot outside. Hi, princess. Hi, baby girl. My princess is here to join us. So I'm using the shade number 5 Fair. And I do like the shade. It is really just a perfect match for my skin. Number 10 also works for me, but it's a little more yellow toned. I did do a whole video using all of the new Maybelline products. If you didn't check that one out, I'll have it up here. I love using these card things. Like, it's so great because I feel like most people don't read the description. So I'll put it up here. You guys can just click on it. Those of you who do read the description, though, you guys rock. So then I'm going in with bronzer, and you already know what I'm about to use. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light. This is one of my favorites. Another just fantastic drugstore product right here. Smells great, looks nice, has a satiny finish, perfect bronzer. It's one of those like classic drugstore products that it's a staple, I feel like this would be featured in one of the Allure like award things. Do you guys remember? Like, I used to be such an avid Allure magazine reader. Like, I was all about that magazine, especially when I was like in high school. And this is my favorite bronzer out of everything. Once again, not just for drugstore. I know a lot of people are like, well, it's good for the drugstore, but no, this is amazing. Like, this is actually better than all of my high-end bronzers. I like the formula, the color, everything, the finish. And then for blush, I have 2 different ones we could go with. Both are amazing. I love both of these formulas and colors. And I've used both of them in a lot of other videos, but they're just really awesome, great, affordable blushes. So this is the Essence Satin Touch blush, and this shade is called number 20 Satin Love. Really nice. This one's a little more pigmented than this one, and this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Rose Champagne. I actually wore the Essence one yesterday. This one's a little bit more pigmented than the Wet n Wild, and I want to go for something really light today. I'm just going to use a tiny touch of this. So I'm just using my Real Techniques blush brush, and look at how light this one is. I mean, it's almost barely noticeable, but that's what I like. Like, I've totally changed my blush choices like over the years. I used to go for like really hot pink, bubblegum pink kind of colors, and this is just a beautiful formula. Can you see it? It does have quite a bit of shimmer to it, so this could also double as a highlight if you're someone who likes a very light, more of a natural kind of finish highlight. I mean, this works, you could totally use it as a 2-in-1 kind of product. And they do have deeper shades. Wet n Wild has a really nice shade selection for blush, but this one's my personal favorite because it's light enough to where it doesn't look overdone on my skin tone. And the Essence blush, I have used this before, but I'll just give it a quick swatch so you guys could see. This one, it's still muted, but it's a bit more pigmented. So this Essence blush is a bit more noticeable. It's a lot more pigmented. It's not as shimmery, but I kind of like a light wash of blush. So this Wet n Wild Color Icon is my favorite. If I had to pick one blush at the drugstore, it'd be this one for sure, but the Essence would be a close second. These blushes are really nice too. Later. So let's do eyes now. And this is one of the only drugstore eyeshadow palettes I ended up keeping out of my collection. I decluttered eyeshadow palettes a while ago. I did a video on it, I think. I've decluttered so much of my collection, and I only kept the eyeshadows that I really like, that I enjoy using, and this is one of them. This is one of the best eyeshadow palettes I've found at the drugstore. It's by CoverGirl, which is kind of shocking because their products are not my favorite, but this is one of the better ones I've tried from them. So this is their True Naked Nudes palette, number 805. They do have, I think, 3 different ones, but I like this one. It's the nudes one. I'm going to start off with this cool tone kind of brown, and I'm using a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush. I'm trying to use mostly drugstore brushes, but I don't have that many drugstore eyeshadow brushes, so we'll see how that goes. I might use like 1 or 2 other brushes, but for the most part I try to really keep it all drugstore, like even with the brushes. So yeah, talking about decluttering, back to that, I really have decluttered my collection down to only products that I use, and I'm really happy with it. I can't wait to film my makeup collection video again because I'm just really happy with where I have it right now, and I have everything I need, everything I could ever want, and it's not overcrowded anymore. It feels really good. I know where everything is, I know what I have, and I've really started to buy a lot less. Like I said, I stopped filming haul videos, you know. I've got my collection to where I want it now. It's not overcrowded, I know where everything is, and it just feels good. I didn't film every single, I was gonna go and film every declutter I did, but honestly it kind of just happened. Like if I had my aunts come over, my cousins come over, and I just kind of let them take whatever they wanted, and that's how I decluttered a lot. It actually helped me kind of get out of my comfort zone and declutter more than I probably would have on my own anyway. So that's why I didn't film like every single part of my declutter. I'm gonna dip into my City Mini palette. This is the Maybelline one, and this is the Rooftop Bronzes shade. This is my favorite shade they have. I'm gonna take the copper color in here. I'm gonna take this copper color and just blend it right on top of that brown, the cool brown. I do like these City Mini palettes. They are nice, but every single shadow in here is like very shimmery. So I'm going to take this light champagne color and just apply this all over my inner lid area. This has a lot of shimmer in it. This one kind of looks like metallic, and it reminds me like of the Makeup Geek foiled shadow look, which is my favorite. So I'm trying to get that with this. So I'm just going to pop it right on my inner corners here and a little bit on my lid too. This shadow has a little bit of silver glitter in it, so it's gonna kind of make your eyes look a little bit shiny and bright. I really like to add shimmer to my lids. I feel like I end up doing it just like out of habit at this point. So you guys have to tell me what movies you've been seeing, because we always go over that in these videos, and I saw a lot since we last chatted, since we did the last June Get Ready With Me. Did I talk about Pirates 5? I saw that. I have, what else I see? Rough Night. Did I talk about that? It was funny. I love Alana Glazer, you guys. I'm a huge Broad City fan, so I just was already just loving it. And Scarlett Johansson was in it. What's her name was in it too? I love her. Kate McKinnon from SNL. She's like my favorite person on SNL at the moment. I already knew the movie was going to be great because all of them are in it. It was just like a really funny like movie to go see with your girlfriends. I saw it with my mom for her birthday. We loved it. We love Kate McKinnon, so it was awesome. Okay, so last time we chatted, I talked about Nocturnal Animals because it was great, but I saw Enemy because that was like the next Jake Gyllenhaal movie I had on my list. One of my friends actually recommended it to me, and he was like, you gotta watch it, it's so great. So I watched it with my dad because he likes Jake Gyllenhaal movies too, and we were like, okay, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, fast forward, skip ahead, because the ending of Enemy had me, as soon as that spider, okay, I don't know what to think about it. I'm still like, what the hell was that? Like, I was so stunned. I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, would I watch it again? No. I'm watching Moonlight currently, which is it's a very sad, intense movie. I haven't finished it yet, so I can't tell you how the ending is, but I'm watching that one right now, and it's really good. I really like it, but it is very sad. And I also finished The Keepers. Speaking of sad, I watched that. It's like a kind of like a docu-series on Netflix, on the streaming, not in the DVD one. And it's like, I was not ready for what the topics they were going to cover. Like, I wasn't expecting all of that. It was very heartbreaking, and I'm not even going to give it away. You guys just should watch it, and you know, it's a lot to take in though. So that's what I've been seeing lately. I really like all types of genres, everything. So if you have any suggestions of things you've been watching lately, movies, TV shows, let me know in the comments down below. How could I forget to mention Orange is the New Black? I finished the latest season, and okay, like the ending, I'm not even going to say anything, because if you guys watch the show, this season, they always got to end it on such a like cliffhanger. Like, oh, like I love the show, but I hate the way they end the seasons. Like, it just sucks, you know? So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I've been watching the show since the first season, so I'm like definitely hooked in. But it's like once it ends, you just want more, you know? It's one of those shows that you just want more every time it ends. So I watched that, and oh, how could I forget to say there's new episodes. They just added new episodes of Parts Unknown, which is like one of my favorite shows ever. I love it. It makes me so hungry, and like as somebody who hasn't traveled outside of the country yet, it just makes me want to go even more. So it's really cool to see things like, you know, from a first person kind of point of view, It's really cool. I highly suggest watching it. If you guys like food, especially if you like travel, it's just an awesome show. I'm going in with my favorite pen liner of the moment. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous one. The full name is Voluminous Liner Noir Liquid Liner. It's like a little pen. Look at this tip. It's so nice. It's really, really fine tip, and it's nice to just wing it out. Like it's pretty easy to just, you know, so it's cool. I like it. Oh, and let's talk about YouTube channels. I feel like I forget to talk about what I watch on YouTube, and it's funny because I love movies and TV shows. Like I watch a lot of Netflix to be honest. Like I don't watch TV on TV. Like I don't have cable or anything. I just watch Netflix. But I will say YouTube is, I love watching YouTube too. Like I'm always on YouTube. So let me tell you some of the coolest YouTube channels I've found lately. There's this one girl who has me laughing so hard, like to tears. Every time I watch her, she is so funny, you guys. And she talks about a lot of makeup releases too. She's on it. Like she talks about a lot, and also like she really gives her opinion, which is nice because, you know, I feel like I like watching people who have strong opinions. It's just very interesting to me. Even if they're opposite of what I think, I still like watching people who have their set opinions. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about YouTube is that there's all kinds of people on here, and you know, she's very passionate about what she has to say, and that's why I like her. So you guys should check her out. Her channel's called Makeup Struggles. She's so funny, you guys. I love her, and I've just been watching like every single video she posts. I wish she would post more because I'm just like, girl, I love her. So you have to check her out. I'll link her down below. I'm trying to think of like newer channels I've been into lately. I've talked about Hot for Food, but there's this specific recipe that I made, so good, from their channel. They're a vegan cooking channel. They're a couple and they make recipes together. It's really fun. And there's this one specifically that I made, and it's like this basil avocado pesto, and it tastes like real pesto. It is even, but it's even better because it has avocado, and I love the flavor of avocado. I've been watching a lot of Hot for Food lately. They're just really fun to watch, you know. Oh yeah, there's this other channel that I watch, and it has nothing to do with makeup at all. Like I'm all over the place. I watch everything, like I said earlier. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer. So I watch this channel. Well, it's this guy. His name's Dan Bell, and he does these so super interesting videos. I don't know how. Don't ask how I came across this, but he does these videos where he goes to malls like in different parts of the country in America, and they're malls that are like on the brink of closing down. And he talks about how like malls are kind of becoming a thing of the past, and he makes these like short films. They're beautiful the way he films them, and he films like a first person point of view of the entire mall and how kind of spooky it is, like how that it has like no traffic. And some of these malls, they have designs that are like straight out of the 1990s. And I think that's what drew me in, because it kind of reminds me of like my childhood. And it's funny because there's this one mall that he went to that looked just like one of the malls I used to go to when I was a kid. Really beautiful, but in like kind of a haunting way, because it's, you know, there's nobody there. It's kind of interesting because I noticed that a lot of malls, even in California, are not doing so well and on the brink of closing down. My childhood mall that I used to grow up at is actually closed. They tore it down. So he sometimes throws in old footage of like people shopping at the same mall, so he'll put it side by side and you can just see, like, it's just so crazy, you know? So check him out. I mean, he did a TED Talk and everything. Like, I ended up just really getting into his channel, and it's just kind of different, you know? Just really interesting. And this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. I kind of need to get another tube because this one's starting to get a little thick. That's one thing I noticed about this. I've had this for, I want to say maybe almost 2 months now, which is a little bit early to get rid of a mascara, but it's kind of getting a little thicker than I would like it to. So I'm probably going to open a new tube soon. One thing I really like about this formula is that I don't even have the waterproof, and it stays on. I mean, this stuff, I can Like, I went hiking yesterday and I had on BB cream and this mascara. This mascara stayed put, and I was like, it was hot. I was hiking and I love the way this lasts. This stuff just stays on. And then, of course, you guys know I gotta put my favorite eyeliner on. This is the Striking Copper by Maybelline, and it is so nice for the waterline. This is another product that just lasts all day, and I do want to blend it out. So I'm gonna take this tiny little brush and just kind of blend that out onto my lower lash line. This is just a staple, another one of those must-have drugstore products for me, and I have a backup waiting because I'm like halfway through this one. This color is beautiful. I still haven't checked out the other like shades in this line. All I do is buy Striking Copper. I should probably look at something else, but I just get hooked into this one every time. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this nail polish is from Wet n Wild. It's an old one. It's their regular formula. It's not the gel color one. I do like those. It's one of their original older formulas. It's called Pleasure Pure. I don't know if it's limited edition or not, but I still have it. Okay, let's do brows. So I have some newer products I wanted to try out today. I went out and got this specifically for this video because you guys know I love Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and I wanted to find maybe like a drugstore equivalent or a dupe or something. So I found this one from L'Oreal. It's called their Brow Stylist Frame and Set Cream Pomade, and I bought the shade Deep Brunette because the one below this, it looked kind of like an ashier color, and I just kind of liked the regular brown color, so figured let's just try this. And it comes with a brush. I thought that was kind of neat. So this was like $8. And then I also have these Maybelline Brow Drama Shaping Chalks. I forgot to show these in my Maybelline video where I was like testing out all of those products, like the new ones. So I figured let's just do that today. And this is the shade Auburn, and this one is Blonde. Let's swatch them and see which one I want to do. So this is like a powder product. That's so cool. It's like a powder, but it comes on the wand, so you can just shake it up. It has a little like shaker inside. That's so cute. Okay, so there's the blonde shade, and then this is Auburn. So let's see what Auburn looks like. Okay, I think I like both, honestly, but I'm gonna try the powder first and then maybe just do a little bit of like extra shaping with the pomade. So let's do that. My brows have been growing in pretty good lately. Okay, so let's try this chalk first. I like that Shaping Chalk. I think that's kind of a fun name. So I like the way this fills in, but the only thing is like maybe they could have made it pointed like an eyeliner, like a felt tip liner, because that way I could do like an arch, but this is kind of an odd shape. Brow Stylist. Ooh, that's actually pretty dark. Whoops, I may have picked the wrong shade. Let's see. Oh, that's black almost. No, I didn't do good. That's black. I don't think this will work. So I'm just going to take a different angled brush and I'm going to pick up that powder. I'm going to pick up some of that powder with a different brush, and let's just use the powder because I need to improvise since I messed up. I think that this shade is probably a little too light too, this blonde shade, but I don't want to go too dark, so I'm just gonna use what I have. I like to arch my brows and I like to extend them because I don't have a long tail like arch ratio. Like I just want to arch it. Give me those Marilyn Monroe archy brows. I love those. Have you seen how brows look like if you watch old movies and you see their makeup? Usually it's really high, like the arches are like boom, like I want that. Can you give me that, please? I'm gonna have to hit up Lisa Eldridge and be like, Lisa, can you do your Marilyn makeover on me? Have you seen her videos? I almost said movies. Have you seen her makeovers, like when she does the transformations? I love Lisa Eldridge. I mean, everybody does. She's the best. So yeah, I actually like the way this powder turned out. The only thing I would say is that maybe just keep an extra like angled brush on hand so you can create a shape if you need to or if you like to. Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter in Precious Petals. This is one of my favorites. Ooh, I love this color. I just want to put it all over my face. Like that's how pretty this color is. And it used to have a nice little flower pattern on it, like, but you know, once you use it, it kind of goes away after a while. I've had this highlighter for a while now. I really like this one. It's one of my favorites, and it's a permanent item now, so you can get it any time of the year. It's not just limited edition. And just to kind of keep this highlighter looking fresh, to lock all my makeup in, I'm using my favorite setting spray of all time. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I love this. I just talked about it in my June favorites. Basically, it just keeps all of my colors looking vibrant and fresh all day. And this is a very affordable setting spray. You don't have to pay a lot to get a good quality setting spray. And I think a lot of people, you know, I feel like they feel pressured to buy, like, you know, whatever they see on Instagram and stuff. And I get that. Like, sometimes I get like that too. But I'm telling you, I've tried so many setting sprays, and this is the one I come back to. I've almost used up another bottle of it. It is just, ooh, it's so good. So what I do is shake it up a little bit, and then I just kind of do like 2 sprays, 1 for each side of my face. 1, 2. Smells so good. Has kind of like a fresh laundry scent to it. Of course, I'm going in with my favorite lip liner ever. This is the Milani All Natural Lip Liner. Really nice everyday color, just perfect for any like nude kind of lipstick, and just really good formula too. I'm just gonna go slightly out of my lip line today. I love to put lip liner first because it actually helps my lipstick stay on longer if I'm not going to wear like a liquid lipstick. And today I'm going with my Milani Color Statement in Naked. This is one of their matte lipsticks. And this is kind of a pinky matte. Alright guys, well there you have it. That is my everyday glam drugstore makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little something different, you know. I feel like I do usually use a good mix of high-end and drugstore products. I love using both of them, but drugstore is really great because you can run down and get it. If you run out of something, you know, you can pretty much pick it up anywhere you need to, and it's just convenient. So that's the amazing thing about drugstore makeup. And some of these products are like my favorite out of every brand, you know. So it's not just that it's good for drugstore. These are products that are really truly awesome. At least to me, I think they're awesome. You know, I'll have everything linked down below, so you can check that out. If you do use those links, they do earn me a percentage of the sale, which supports my channel, goes right back in. So I really appreciate that if you guys do use them. That's pretty much all I have to say for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see any more Get Ready With Me's, just leave a request in the comments down below. I can't wait to hear from you all. Don't forget to comment, you know, all your movie suggestions as usual. Alright guys, well that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Marvin, do you like the makeups? Do you want to sniff the camera? Yeah. Did you just give them a kiss?